Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Kabelo Hlopo, and I know I say this a lot with videos that are not what the channel was initially intended for. I say we're going to be doing things a little bit differently, but today I think this is the most different video we will ever do, and it's a video where, well, I'm gonna ask you to open your hearts and your wallet, but before we get to that part, I want to tell you a story about Tholoana Lerato, which is, it's a home. I got acquainted with them, I think over 5 years ago, where my friends and I had this idea to raise funds to spend the day with the children. One time we even had a beauty pageant, but we'd done it a number of times, and so I felt that I wanted to do something similar. I wanted to host a luncheon towards my birthday, but I had this idea that how about before the day I start volunteering and working with the kids and maybe build a rapport with them and just get to know them, instead of doing, which there's nothing wrong with doing that, dropping off clothes and food when you can, but I just wanted to do things. I wanted to do something different, so I did. I've been spending time with the children. I've been helping Bomme to clean, and I didn't even want to, it's not something I wanted to be on a public platform on YouTube or on social media speaking about, because it's something that I wanted to do for, I don't know, for me, for the kids. It just was something I wanted to build a relationship, and I didn't feel like it's something I wanted to broadcast, or it's not a part of my life I wanted to share. But fortunately and unfortunately, I'm a very chatty person, so obviously if I'm there in the morning and we get to talking, right? So honest to God, I just went there because I wanted to cook a meal one afternoon and share a meal with the children, but they need more, which is why I ended up feeling like maybe let me do this anyway, even though it was not the initial idea. The place needs work. The place is, I mean, they keep it, it's well kept. They manage to feed them wholeheartedly on some level by some standards, but they need a lot of things. Right now, there's no funding because the manner in which they sustain themselves is they rent out. They have a piece of property they rent out, and it brings in revenue, which is what they use to buy groceries, to take care of the children and to run the home. But now tenant Leona has moved out, which means for the last, I believe, 2 months they've not had any income at all. So they've been surviving on people who bring food. A person will come in one afternoon and cook for the kids, or a person would like whatever they can to donate, dinawa, for example, right? But it's not sustainable. The meals are few and far in between, because batho ba tla ha ba kgona, batho ba tlisa dintho ha ba na le tseo ba ka kgonang ho fana ka tsona, right? So I suppose the reason for this video is to ask you guys to open your hearts, to open your wallets. Like I've said, the place needs a lot of work. The cupboards, they are falling apart. The doors, there's hauna mamadi, in simple terms. Lady ceilings, some of them are falling off or have fallen off because there was leakage from roofing. So the ceilings are not in very good conditions. I've been laughing with the ladies because I've just been seeing how much work the place needs and how I would want to ask for different types of donation, construction, to reconstruct, not to reconstruct, but to help with the cupboards and the doors and the ceilings, and they've just been laughing, and most of them will say because whatever else needs to be done from today to the next day, so that's a big need we have, is dijo. So there's this idea. I still want to host the luncheon. I'll tell you guys the date as soon as it's confirmed, right? But I want it to be an open donation where anybody can come and you can bring whatever you can bring. I also need it to be a fundraiser. We need it to be a fundraiser in that, obviously, like I've said, ho hlokwa money to sustain the place, ho hlokwa money to run the place. There's no money for salaries, there's no money for anything. This is a call, an open call to anybody who has anything, because re hloka everything: dijo, diaparo, dibuka, chelete, people who can help with the mental health of the kids, volunteering, the counseling services, people who can help study games and activities we can plan, hopefully free. You can DM me. There's details, cash, the bank account where you can send the money. You can call me for questions, for clarification, for anything, any time of the day. The smallest thing, we take these things we have for granted. If you watch this video and you feel like, oh my God, I would like to do something, but I don't know what, I promise you, anything anything you can spare, it will go a long way. And it's highly, we appreciate anything and everything anybody can spare. Also, tell a friend to tell a friend. Please share this video very, very far, very, very wide, because there's corporate social responsibility projects. Please take us on as your corporate social responsibility project. The reason I'm stressing so much anything really does go a long way is because one of the mornings, like I looked out the window and I thought, okay, he must be in a rush. And so I asked one of the ladies, what's going on? And she said, no, literally before I got there, but you would not think, well, I didn't think that's, I mean, giddy, you think, oh, giddy tea bag, it doesn't take a lot. There's just that one kid, right? So you don't imagine because again, you take things for granted, or we take things for granted, and you think, oh, okay, how to saying. When you see that there's kids who go to school having had that as a meal, because something as seemingly little as DA in Elisiko, because right? How, I mean, right? And I think that's when everything changed for me. That's when I was like, oh, I want to do something, but I can only do so much. I also believe this is bigger than just me. I'm choosing to open this part of my life up to you guys because I sincerely believe that honali mulimo ka hlahang from me doing this, that there's help I can get. There's help I'm already getting, and I think it's blown my mind, the response. I've just been calling everybody I know to ask for help, but I think even this message, you will receive it and you'll point me in the right direction and you'll just support this initiative. So yeah, open your hearts and your pantries and your cupboards and your wallets to help us, yeah, to help the kids, to change lives.